Welcome, guys, to the top 5 best Final Fantasy games of all time, in my opinion. Now, this list's going to get a lot of controversy, and this is one of my first of many lists that I would love to do, but I recently beat some Final Fantasy games, and I thought, damn, those are phenomenal. And so I did a list. I've beaten previous Final Fantasy games. I've beaten multiple Final Fantasy games. But I beat 13 and 13-2. And then I just replayed Final Fantasy X. So I'm going to go through it and tell you guys my top 5 of the Final Fantasy games. Coming in at number 5. There will be no honorable mentions here, and I'm going to shock some people right off the bat. If you're looking for Final Fantasy VII on this list, it ain't going to be on here, because I don't think that game is in the top 5 best of the Final Fantasy games. And Keyboard Heroes, let it loose, but it's my opinion, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off in the next 15 minutes of this video. Due to my shitty camera and my choices, there were going to be some pissed off individuals. And hopefully you were not one of them and you enjoy this video. So let's go right into it. Coming in at number 5 is Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the best strategy games of all time. It's incredible from top to bottom and is a must-play to any strategy game fan or to any Final Fantasy fan. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. It's just mind-shattering how great that strategy game is. And it's like 3D look, and it's phenomenal. Oh my god, Square Enix, do more. So now we're going to get right into it. And number 4 is Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX is one of the best Final Fantasies for simple reasons. It's great combat and great story. Put it slightly above Tactics to me. Tactics was really fucking close to getting the number 4 spot, but I decided to give it to him. These actually are all in chronological order from here on out. Not chronological, but these are all in some set. So, like I said, people are going to be quite pissed. Coming in at number... I just think... I don't like the look as much of the characters in Final Fantasy IX. I just don't like it. It just didn't appeal to me. The character's model. I don't like the almost, like, what are those things called? Those little dolls when you open them up, and there's more of them. Nesting dolls. They have like a nesting doll type look to them almost. And I know it's PS1, but the previous game didn't have this. And Final Fantasy VIII takes the number 3 spot. Just look at the opening cutscene. It's fucking badass. The fucking sword fighting fiesta that was that fight is fucking incredible. The game, it's got great storytelling. It's got long-lasting gameplay, great side quest. Not side quest. The game doesn't have side quest, but it's linear. I like more linear Final Fantasy games, and I know I'm going to get a shit ton of flack for that, but I like it to where it's go. They give you freedom, but not too much, and that's what I kind of like. Okay, number 2, this is where people are going to be uber pissed. These top 2 are not popular choices, but they're my choices. And I'm going to elaborate a lot more than I just did on the previous ones, because this has only been 5 minutes. But number 2 is Final Fantasy X-2. And people are just like, what the fuck did you just say? You're saying Final Fantasy X-2 is better than Final Fantasy VII, and yes, I am. Yes, I goddamn am. It's amazing. The Dressphere system, the characters, the story's fantastic, and it continues off one of the best stories in the Final Fantasy universe. I absolutely adore X-2. And the simplicity of the home base, just how much 100%ing is. It's so fantastic. And then, this one isn't going to be that controversial, but number 1 is Final Fantasy X-2. 10. Not X-2, 10. Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games, just purely of all time, not just in the Final Fantasy universe. When this game was first made, your jaw dropped from the beautiful visuals just for a PS2 console, for the everything, just the gameplay, the simplicity, the characters, the amazing story. Everything about Final Fantasy X is phenomenal. I can't say a bad thing about this game. I love the remasters, and I'm replaying them now. I just did a replay through of Final Fantasy X, and I kind of want to go back and do it again. I love Final Fantasy X. 10 and X-2 are some of my favorite games of all time. Here are the 3 that I just Tactics 9 and 8, and then here's 10. Like, here's X-2, right there. And then you can't even see where the fuck 10 is, because that's how great 10 is to me. Final Fantasy X is the best Final Fantasy there probably ever will be. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. As much as Final Fantasy looks kick-ass from top to bottom, and I've played the demo for it and it's kick-ass, it can maybe get in that number 3 spot, and it could even maybe knock off X-2. But it ain't knocking off 10 yet. Unless I see some dramatic changes, it ain't gonna knock off anything. I love Final Fantasy X to death, and I will replay that game through the rest of my life. The bosses, there's nothing more satisfying in the world. Everyone talks about, like, the saddest death with Sephiroth, like, fucking stabbing. And you know what I say? You know what the saddest moment is? Is when Titus fucking jumps off the ship and just smacks Jack's hand like, hey, I forgive you a bit. It's an amazing game. So tell me what your guys' top 5 favorite Final Fantasy games down in the comments below. So, with that being said, I'm out, guys. Tell me what top 5, top 10 list you would like to see me do down in the comments below. I love this franchise, and I can't wait to see what 15 will bring. But with that being said, guys, if you haven't played Final Fantasy X and X-2, go play them. You can click off this video now after you leave that like and subscribe if you're brand new. Then go buy it. Actually, yeah, do that. If you have a PS2, you can go buy the games. If you have a PS3, you can go buy the games. If you have a PS4, you can go buy the games. There's no excuse here. Those games are some of my favorite games of all time. Please just go buy them. They're incredible. Alright, that's where we're going to end this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, favorite, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe if you guys are brand new here. And YouTube, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.